Browns getting ready to host the 4-1 Seattle Seahawks over at First Energy Stadium. And in two of the Browns' three losses, they've been blowout losses. The Titans in the opener, as well as the 49ers last week on Monday Night Football. We also heard from Baker Mayfield a little bit earlier that the Browns can't really put their finger on any one thing that they are not doing well enough. It's been a combination of things. That makes it a little bit more challenging. The Browns, they just have to play better pretty much in all areas if they're going to get this thing turned around and headed in the right direction.
I hate losing, period. So anytime we lose and I don't feel like I did anything to help win the game, I'm going to be frustrated. It's just the bottom line. I'm a winner in my heart, and I hate losing. So.
Is this season in danger of slipping away if you guys don't get things going quickly?
Right now the season can go either way. We're at that fork in the road. And it's funny, we're all having these conversations, whereas I feel like in the past this team might have been 1-4, 0-5, and now we're all upset because we're 2-3. So that's a good mindset that we have, that we're upset that we're 2-3, and we know that we're capable of doing more. It's just about doing more.
Why was it important for you to get out there and return that punt in the fourth quarter?
It felt like the game was already over. There was nothing going on. I feel like I didn't really have an opportunity to do anything, so I just was getting the ball in my hands, just do too much, try and make a play.
Odell, do you feel like there were more opportunities to get the ball, and you guys haven't been able to take advantage of that?
I don't know. It's tough to answer.
I know you've returned punts in games before, but remember the last time before this year? Was it last year?
Probably. I can't really remember.
You talk about being frustrated, not having the impact when you lose. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with 4 catches for 47 over the last 2 games?
Just deal with it. It's not really an easy answer. You just deal with it.
Do you feel like you're 100% fully integrated on top of everything, where you need to be at
I'm good.
times and doing all that stuff? That's all going how
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Is there something that you either need to or can do or inclined to do to help Mayfield find a rhythm?
I think it's something that everybody has to do. Everybody's just got to pick up the level of intensity, pick up our play, block, run, catch. Everything's just got to improve.
Where does, from what you can tell, you would obviously want your quarterback's head to be in the right place, and this is a difficult time for him. Where's his head right now in your estimation?
I couldn't answer that. We're all here for each other. Can't really tell where someone else is in the head. I know he's got a lot on his plate right now. And we just, like I said, we all need to do a better job at playing better, take some off his plate. I'm more than happy to take some off his plate and put it on me. I can take it. I can handle all of this stuff. So, just put it on me and see what happens.
Do you kind of feel as though, in terms of there being a lot on one's plate, do you feel like you've been around long enough, you don't feel like there's a lot on your plate right now, you're just playing ball? And
Yeah, I'm just playing ball. Like I tell you all the time, I've grown a lot, and a lot of that growth, necessarily, it's hard at times to have to sit there and worry about, the camera being on me all game and not having to show emotions or whatever the case is. Like, I care for this game, period. So whether I'm emotional during the game or whatever, it's because I care. So, like I said, I'm a big boy. I can handle any criticism, any words that are said about me, anything. So like I said, I'll take more on my plate. I'll take that responsibility 10 times out of 10.
I'm not calling plays or designing anything, but at the end of the day, obviously, he's a key part of our offense, whether the ball is in his hands or not. We got to find ways for other guys to continue to make plays, but, the way that it's been going, we haven't really been making enough plays without him touching the ball. So we definitely got to find a way to include him even more in the offense and be intentional with it. It doesn't matter if the defense knows it. We got to be intentional with getting the ball, getting playmakers the ball, period.
I'm sorry, why has it been so hard, you think, to get the ball to him? I know there's other variables, double teams, things like that, but why has it been so tough to get him involved as much as you'd want him to be?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think, I don't call plays, right? But, I just say, from my perspective, we just have to be intentional. We have to just deliberately get him the ball. Get all of our playmakers the ball. Guys that, is going to make plays for us, just get them the ball.
Well, in addition to, calling the play, it's, he's somewhere in the progression too. So, I mean, do you think that maybe just trying to go to him a little bit more often, maybe even if there is a safety over the top, I guess what I'm saying is, are you guys missing some opportunities to get the ball to him?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. But at the end of the day, again, as a receiver, a lot of what our success doesn't come solely from us, a lot comes from being able to protect the quarterback, being able to get the snap, being able to drop back and, read it. There's a lot of things that goes on for us to be able to be successful or be able to make plays. So, you just can't pinpoint one thing, whether it's the cause or the progression. There's a lot of other variables, and we just need to get better at it. We need to find a way to get better at it.
Obviously, there's been a lot of questions about the offense and what's not going right for you. When we talk to Freddie and talk to others about it, it's not just one thing. The message is it's a collective thing. Breakdowns everywhere. So from your perspective, what maybe can you and the receiving core change or adjust to do your part to maybe get things moving in the direction you'd like? I feel like we've been kind of doing all that we can. I think guys have been taking advantage of the opportunities, given the opportunities. Again, we just got to find ways to be more intentional. I just believe in that. We just got to find ways to get guys we believe that's our game changers the ball, and defense got to try to stop it. I don't think it should ever be about us. I think the defense should have their hands full and should have to stop us.
Jarvis, in terms of Baker Mayfield, and he doesn't look right, the stats don't look right. From your perspective, you walk up to him and hit him on the back real hard and say, "Come on, buddy," or what do you do in your position to try to get him back to where you imagine he could or should be?
Continue to talk to him, continue to be in my right spots, making sure that everybody's in the right spots, continue to make sure that he's comfortable with the game plan and everything that's going in, and trying to think, where he needs us to be and be where he needs us to be. I think, again, it's a tough position to play, especially in this league, but, we got to find ways on the outside, everybody, have to find ways to help him out, and obviously be there for him. Things happen in the NFL, fumbles, picks, whatever, drops, it happens, but we're professionals. We got to be able to be there for our brother and just keep moving on and making plays for him.
How's his head right now?
His head is good. His head is good.
So you've been on one playoff team, and Dell's been on one. The fact is, most of the guys haven't been on none. Against some important guys like Baker and Garrett. What's the balance? The quarterback saying the sense of urgency is an all-time high. It's the sixth game of the season. How do you balance managing the whole season to get where you want to go? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the questions about this team was lack of experience.
Right.
How do you break through?
I think we just got to stick together. I think even though it's early, it's definitely a point in our season where we have to hit the ground running. Like, we have to get going, like right now. No more peaks and valleys. I think the biggest thing about teams in this league, great teams, playoff teams, they put streaks together. At some point during the season, they put a couple 4 or 5 game streaks together. We got to find a way to do that. And we can start with it before the bye. And then go into the bye, get some rest, then come back against Boston and New England, Denver, and Miami, and a divisional game against Pittsburgh, and get some things going. I think, panic button is not the thing. I think our focus has to be on, like, we may not be as good as we thought we were, and we need to find ways to play to our potential. We just haven't really been playing to our potential.
Freddie and Todd are new to each other.
Todd,
Yeah, but it's it's easy for people to say, they're not getting along or whatever. The numbers aren't there. But what do you see when you see those two guys work together, Freddie and Todd?
I mean, you see the interaction. Obviously, those two guys are invested. Majority of what we do on offense comes from both of their heads. So, just finding ways. I'm sure they just pick things up from each other, and try to put us in the best position possible to go out there and be successful. Now, again, we still have to go out there and execute. We still have to go out there, block, catch, throw, tackle, kick, punt, whatever. We still have to go out there and do those things, but. I'm sure, they're doing everything that they can do to put us in a position to be successful and win.
Browns trying to get to 500 on the season if they can pull off a win against the Seahawks on Sunday.